Mr. Speaker, sir, as the House is aware, Government has, on the 6th of May 2022, agreed to the revision of bus fares. The bus fares have accordingly been increased by 5 rupees to 10 rupees, depending on the number of stages travelled, that is, the distance between the origin and destination points. Mr. Speaker, sir, arrangements have already been made to prescribe the new fares, which are effective as from the 8th of May 2022.
Mr. Speaker, sir, may I ask the Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Minister, supplementary was the Prime Minister, but I didn't have the time. Mr.
Please behave yourselves on this side.
Mr. Speaker, this being a very harsh decision, may I ask the Honourable Minister why an urgent decision to reduce taxes on diesel could have provided a solution not to raise the bus fares in Mauritius?
Mr. Speaker, sir, the decision to reduce taxes on diesel does not depend on the Minister of Land and Transport. I will ask the Honourable Member to send a parliamentary question to the Minister responsible for the structure and for the price of gas oil and mogas.
Sir, the decision is a decision of government involving the Minister of Finance, because the bus fares relate to two issues. One is the budget for the free travel, and second, the budget for the BCRA, that is the recovery for bus companies. My question is, why? It's a government decision. So he cannot, the Honourable Minister cannot ask me to refer to another minister. It's a government decision. My question is again, why, when he presented the case in Cabinet, why government did not take the decision to reduce taxes on diesel, saving so much trouble to so many people, because 500,000 people
Now, you already made your point.
Every
you
day
already
on
made
buses.
your point.
Speaker, sir, I am sure that the Honourable Member is aware. He has been a previous Minister of Transport, now being a member of this House, and he has been there for years. The transport industry, Mr. Speaker, sir, is heavily subsidized by government, as it is the case in most countries of the world. And this level of subsidy, which is provided to the industry, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Honourable Member knows, is correlated to the cost of the operations of the bus industry. That is, the major components of the subsidy relate to the cost of diesel and wages and other benefits. And this subsidy, the Honourable Minister knows, or the Honourable Member knows also, is channeled through this bus company recovery account, the BCRA, which was set up, in fact, in 2004. And this fund is funded through a levy per litre of 1.60 rupee per litre from the price structure of mogas and gas oil. And the revenue obtained in the fund varies, of course, with the volume of mogas and gas oil which has been sold and consumed. And the expenses which are to be deducted from the fund and given to the different bus operators vary with a differential in the price of diesel and wages and other related benefits. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Honourable Member and other members of the opposition have complained about this increase. But may I remind him and all of his colleagues and friends, Mr. Speaker, sir, that in fact, at the time he himself was Minister for Land and Transport from 2014 to 2019, the revenue contributed to the BCRA was much higher. In fact, 880 million rupees were being injected into that fund. And the BCRA, which was initially set up to compensate for the bus operators for increase in price, was finally also utilized to compensate operators for the increase in the wages and other related benefits of the workers. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Honourable Member and the House should know that the last time fares were increased were in 2013. And in fact, during that time, during the period of 2008 to 2013, fares were increased in 2008, and then in 2010, and then 2013. But from 2008 to 2013, the quantum of the increase during those 5 years was from 4 rupees to 9 rupees. And today we have increased from 5 rupees to 10 rupees. But the percentage was 31% at that time, just as this time, Mr. Speaker, sir. So from 2008 to 2013, for a period of 5 years, the increase which intervened after 5 years was 31%, just as today the average increase is 31%, although the stretch of time is 9 years this time, because last time it was 2013, the last increase, and today, 9 years after, we have increased the tariff fares by 31%, just as it was done for the period of 5 years, from 2008 to 2013. And the more so, Mr. Speaker, sir, to answer the honourable member, at that time, the price of the litre of diesel was 37 rupees 95, and it had increased to 2013, after 5 years, to 43 rupees 95. So what I'm trying to prove, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that the price of diesel was lower, even during those 5 years when we compared what has obtained today. In fact, from 2008 to 2013, the increase has been was 6 rupees per litre, whereas during these past 2 years, the increase has been from 2019 to now 14 rupees 60 depuis 2019. Pendant les deux dernières années, the fuel price has increased à 14 rupees 60 when we compare to what happened during those 5 years, 2008 à 2013, seulement 6 rupees, Mr. Speaker. So the average is the same, 31%. So the honourable member, I think, should look at the figures of the past before, or any other member for that matter, before coming to challenge. There was no choice after 9 years, Mr. Speaker, and the honourable member knows that the Singapore Corporate Enterprise, when he was minister, produced a report saying, Mr. Speaker, sir, that tariff fares should be reviewed regularly, so that we should not invite such an unaffordable increase after so many years. But we have managed to increase the price by only 31%, same as under the Labour government from 2008 to 2013, although the price of diesel was much, much, much lower at this time.
Daniel?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Can the Honourable Minister indicate to the House the number of commuters per day and the amount for disburse of paying bus fares out of their own pocket?
In fact, this is a question, Mr. Speaker, sir, which I think the answer should be made known to the public. We have every day, Mr. Speaker, sir, 465,000 Mauriciens qui voyagent dans nos autobus. Now, we have 105, according to our record, 105,000 who are senior citizens who do not pay tariff fares. We have 70,000 étudiants also in the same category. En plus, 40,000 fonctionnaires voyagent and they are refunded by government. In addition, 207,000 employees of the private sector travel and their tariff fares are refunded. En tout, donc pour répondre à la question de l'honorable membre, il y a plus de 400 000 personnes qui voyagent et dont les tariff fares ne sont pas payés de leur own pockets. Pour répondre à la question, c'est soit le patronat, soit l'État qui rembourse les tariff fares des fonctionnaires, ou dans la catégorie de nos senior citizens et des étudiants, évidemment, ils ne paient rien pour voyager dans nos bus.
The table has been advised that PQ B545561 will be replied by the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Also, that PQ B537598 607 611 5